Hello everyone. Welcome back to the latest update from the world of football. Today, we bring you an unforgettable night from Wembley Stadium, where history was made in the Carabao Cup final of the 2024-2025 season. After years of waiting, Newcastle United finally lifted the trophy in a dramatic and thrilling match against Liverpool. How did it all happen? What were the key moments that defined this historic victory? Stay with us as we break down all the action, reactions, and what this means for Newcastle moving forward. Going into this final, Liverpool was seen as the clear favorite. With their rich history, star-studded squad, and recent dominance in English football, many expected them to add another trophy to their collection. Meanwhile, Newcastle, under their ambitious new ownership and with an improving squad, were eager to prove they could compete with the very best. For Newcastle fans, this was more than just a final, it was a chance to rewrite history. The last time they won a major domestic trophy was back in 1955. The passion and hunger for silverware were evident, as thousands of Newcastle supporters traveled to Wembley, hoping to witness a historic moment for their club. Tension and Newcastle's breakthrough. The match kicked off with high intensity, as both teams wasted no time in imposing their style of play. Liverpool, as expected, controlled possession, circulating the ball with their trademark fluidity. Newcastle, on the other hand, remained disciplined in defense, looking for opportunities to strike on the counterattack. The first real chance of the game came in the 15th minute when Trent Alexander-Arnold delivered a dangerous cross into the box, finding Darwin Núñez, whose header was brilliantly saved by Nick Pope. But just when Liverpool seemed to be settling into their rhythm, Newcastle struck first. In the 23rd minute, Bruno Guimaraes picked up the ball in midfield and delivered a pinpoint through pass to Alexander Isak. The Swedish striker timed his run to perfection, broke past Liverpool's high defensive line, and calmly slotted the ball past Alisson Becker. Wembley erupted as Newcastle fans celebrated their team's dream start. Liverpool's response and Newcastle's determination. As the second half began, Liverpool came out with a renewed sense of urgency. Jurgen Klopp's side increased the tempo, piling relentless pressure on Newcastle's backline. Mohamed Salah, who had been relatively quiet in the first half, finally made his mark. In the 57th minute, the Egyptian forward picked up the ball near the edge of the box, cut inside on his left foot, and unleashed a powerful strike that flew past Nick Pope into the back of the net. The Liverpool fans roared in celebration as their team leveled the score. At this point, the game became a true test of resilience for Newcastle. Could they hold their ground and fight back against one of the best teams in the world? Bruno Guimaraes' moment of magic. With the game tied at 1-1 and extra time looming, both teams continued to push forward in search of a winner. Liverpool looked dangerous with their attacking play, but Newcastle stood firm, determined not to let this golden opportunity slip away. Then, in the 78th minute, came the moment that changed everything. Newcastle launched a swift counterattack, catching Liverpool's defense off guard. Miguel Almiron sprinted down the right flank, dribbling past Andrew Robertson before cutting the ball back to Bruno Guimaraes at the edge of the box. With one touch to control the ball and another to set up his shot, the Brazilian midfielder unleashed a thunderous strike into the top left corner. Alisson Becker stretched desperately, but there was no stopping him. An absolutely breathtaking goal. The stadium exploded with noise as Newcastle fans erupted in sheer joy. Players rushed to Guimaraes, embracing him in celebration. The dream was becoming a reality. Newcastle was on the brink of lifting their first major domestic trophy in 70 years. As the clock ticked down, Liverpool threw everything forward in search of an equalizer. Virgil van Dijk came close with a header in stoppage time, but Nick Pope once again came to Newcastle's rescue with a heroic save. Then the final whistle blew. Newcastle United had done it. Players collapsed to the ground, some in exhaustion, others in pure emotion. The coaching staff ran onto the pitch, embracing their players in a moment of triumph. Eddie Howe, the mastermind behind Newcastle's resurgence, could hardly contain his emotions. He had taken this team from a relegation battle to a cup-winning side in just a few seasons. The Newcastle fans in the stands were in tears, chanting, cheering, and celebrating like never before. After the match, Bruno Guimaraes was named man of the match for his heroic performance. In a post-match interview, he dedicated the win to the fans, saying, "This is for them. They have waited so long for this, and we gave everything to bring this trophy home." Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp was gracious in defeat, praising Newcastle's performance and admitting that his team struggled to break through their defense. For Newcastle, this victory is more than just a trophy, it's a symbol of their rise in English football. Their new owners have invested heavily, and now they have tangible proof that their project is working. With this win, Newcastle has also secured a place in the UEFA Europa Conference League next season, marking their return to European competitions. Could this be the beginning of a new era for Newcastle? Will they build on this success and challenge for even bigger trophies in the coming years? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, Newcastle United is back. Asterisk, and that wraps up our coverage of this thrilling Carabao Cup final. What did you think of Newcastle's performance? Do you think they can build on this success and become a dominant force in English football? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow football fans, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest football news and analysis. This has been your channel name, and we'll see you in the next one. Asterisk.
There's an offside flag up, and Newcastle have one ruled out, but VAR will check. Livramento galloping at the give. Yeah, right-footed shot from inside the penalty box. This is turning in the last 5 minutes, but a player like that is always... assistant referee save Nick Pope. The shot was fired up towards the top of the net, and cool and confident midfield player Szoboszlai trusted his ability. Now plays in Luis Diaz, right-footed on the left. Jones, edge of the box, the England international, black and white shirt, responded in the last few minutes to the Newcastle second goal. Newcastle trying to win it back here with Bruno, and he's got it back. Barnes wants it lifted in from Bruno's ball. Barnes, Isak!
Well, initially, great feat. But what a chance for Isak. The unfortunate thing is, just when the ball does get played to Barnes, Barnes does the right thing. He picks out Isak, but it's just behind him. It's a difficult one for him to get back on target. But he does. But it's just not enough pace on it.
Perfect. Go down Murphy with his left, opened up his body. Murphy might feel he could have done better there. Barnes will definitely feel and will perhaps regret not being selfish and going for goal. Oh, the flag goes up on the far side from Nick Greenhalgh, the assistant. Liverpool denied. Chiesa, the scorer, the substitute. Liverpool throw. Kelleher.
Published. And he does! Right in the corner. Guys, just about avoids. Sangare, the advantage. Gordon does. It's 3-3. Awani, it's another miss to Sean Longstaff. Job done! Newcastle have made it to the third round. It's been a long...
Newcastle United's day. Finally. This is the one. Newcastle United win at Wembley. Eddie Howe's heroes celebrate. They have done it. Unbelievable. Dan Burn with the goal of every Geordie's dreams in the first half, and Alexander Isak in the second. The League Cup is coming to Tyneside. And the weight of 56 years and 70 domestically. Well, wait no more, because the time is now. Newcastle United have won something, and this is what it feels like. For 2025, he's going to share the duties with Kieran Trippier. Newcastle United. Wembley is a place for winners. And today, it's Newcastle United. They've waited so long, but this changes everything.
Liverpool in a little while. The cheers you can hear are because the pictures you are seeing, the Newcastle fans are seeing. 25 shirt, has got Sam Fender written underneath as well. They are seeing exactly what people are seeing at home.
Yeah, and our friends, they deserve their celebrations today.
Look, if you are connected to Liverpool, this is a disappointing afternoon. But aside from that, you don't have to have a heart of stone.
Really suffer. They've been at Wembley many times and things haven't gotten their way. Not performed at this level. I think Shay said it right at the start of the show. He said it just feels different this time. 2 years ago they were here. They were much better in possession. They got all the right details of the set pieces. They exploited played Liverpool's weaknesses, and they were fantastic today. I must admit, you have to congratulate them.
For large periods of that game.
I think the energy levels seem to be higher than Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool had extra time midweek at Paris Saint-Germain. I was saying to Jimmy Offer, I was surprised that Arne Slot didn't change it against Southampton between the two Paris Saint-Germain games. They freshened his squad up. They did look a bit flat. I can't say anything negative with this Newcastle team. I mean, you see the engraver on the trophy. Do that was just something special as well.
And as you can see, they've changed their shirts. They have winners 25 shirts on as they go up those steps. Peter Drury.
Keegan or Waddle or Gascoigne or Beardsley, for Schindler or Ferdinand, Shea Given, Super Alan Shearer, none of them got what these guys are getting now.
Most of them never seen silverware, never seen Newcastle United win a trophy, which is just incredible. But that's about to change, and they're going to see the captain and the man 10 years doing this job. It was so sad going up to St James's Park.
No longer the last. And for a Wembley moment like this, 70 years, a whole Geordie lifetime since the spot touched the Wembley arch. There's the man whose privilege it is. A winner's medal. And behind him, the trophy. For the first time since forever. In glorious black and white. The winners.
Not what we expected at the start of the day, but Newcastle fans drove up this morning, thousands of them on the
Finally win one. We're finding out.
Very nice, Peter and Gary, and we are finding out, and we are going to find out over the coming days as well, because these celebrations. I know it's hard if you've got a Liverpool connection, but as regards English football, the more teams that win trophies, the better, really.
No, I've said that for a long time. I mean, the way the game becomes too many to so long. You've got to support, real passion for the game for the North East. So, as I said, it's a tough one to take. If you're going to lose to anyone from the I'd probably say Newcastle.
We do so many of these games. Take them seriously, because this is what can happen.
Absolutely, big way of all the right details, but they get the ball forward, they win second balls, the midfield's aggressive, they've got people like Joe Linton and Gimerez in midfield. Dan Burn has been absolutely magnificent at the back. It's really refreshing to see, because week in, week out, I see teams playing out from the back. It's just you've got to play that energy that Newcastle do play with.
People may think as well as you like the media bang on about Newcastle not having won a trophy for so long, but since they last won one, 31 teams in the football pyramid have won trophies.
The start of a journey that they go on, and it's going to be, we always need that first win, and they've got that now, and hopefully they can take that on and to win more things.
He said, didn't he, right to the start when he took over, the aim is to win a trophy. That's what Eddie Howe said.
The Premier League at some point, I know that doesn't happen overnight, but this is the sort of improvement season after season. I just feel this group of players now have to get their hands on the silverware today. The amount of pressure that's eased as much as anything is out.
And allow him to carry on doing the job that he's doing, because he's done an absolutely fantastic job.
When you build the football from this progression, it's still stats, isn't it? And their trajectory is going only one.
But it's what Kenny said, we know the was now the exact difficult in terms of doing what Chelsea did or Manchester City did. So that makes it more difficult. But I mean, for Eddie Howe, he got it wrong that, by the way. But I think since he's come to Newcastle, he's massively improved as a company in very different ways. He's played great football. But what they did today was physically.
And Bruno Guimaraes, I don't think he's going to let go of that Carabao Cup. He shared the list with Kieran Trippier, but they are keeping hold of that. And Jamal Assange is in there as well as one of the other leadership groups who is out through injury at the moment. And Jamie Redknapp,
inspired by worth,
the first Englishman
desire
to
your
get his hands on the
worst, so
trophy
you
as a
just hide while I
since
work.
your dad.
I ain't tired, you first. I write a second, third verse about the lives you go disperse. You never did, I know it hurts.
As well as they saw the engraver left putting Newcastle United onto the trophy. They see Dan Burn holding up his winners.
So, 70 years since they last chance to take a victory here at Wembley. They're going to enjoy this big play here. I don't think we'll get out of the Newcastle until we get close.
Albeit Sunderland fans to not feel some kind of warmth and joy for the fans in particular of this football club.
Absolutely, Mark. They've had a lot of pain. Everyone's in there making up the numbers. But from minute one, I remember Bruno Guimaraes running onto the pitch before the game started. That was like, wow, he means business. And so did his team. They won Liverpool obviously glad to see get that league title wrapped up. But you have to congratulate what Newcastle have done. They were magnificent today.
Did it surprise you? I mean, Jamie They battered Liverpool today. Did it surprise you how dominant they were?
But I just don't want to talk anything else than the Newcastle, the levels they performed. I mean, Joe Linton was all over the park, covered every blade of grass, and he was celebrating tackles like he was scoring goals at times, and that lifted the fans. I don't know, Maggie.
Well, thank you, Mark, and just think of the greats, the generations who haven't had these moments in a Newcastle shirt. It didn't happen for Super Mac or Terry Mac or me in this moment. 70 years of Newcastle people who didn't experience what Bruno Guimaraes and crew are going to experience now.
No, it's absolutely magnificent. It really is. Those fans major. Lift silverware for the first time in 56 years, first time in 70 years. I want to keep repeating it, but we'll put the size.
First time winners since Swansea 12 years ago. 1969 Budapest, Joe Harvey, Bobby Moncur and his crew, always revered, but was handed the cup by the Queen. And now a big broad boy from Blythe scores a goal, and Newcastle United are winners again. Doing tribute, captain when they lost a couple of years ago, but ready to share the moment.
I'm delighted for Eddie Howe, I really am.
Newcastle's night. Shares in Newquay Brown are rocketing. Big market is where it's at, and let tomorrow morning look after itself.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and their dreams have come true.
Well, Mark, for how many years? For our lifetime, we have asked ourselves the question rhetorically and out loud: what will it be like when Newcastle
At last, at last. And you can see Shearer on the big screen here, which is why they're cheering. With about 15 minutes ago, I texted him, "Are you calm?" I can't tell you what he replied. He'll get us taken off air. It is.
Teams are sort of big teams, and Newcastle being one of them, but not anymore. I've gone too long without winning a trophy. You think of Tottenham, you think of Aston Villa, you think of Everton. Newcastle, well, these are huge football clubs, and obviously, I'm going to Liverpool this month today, but if there was any team that you'd probably accept or be happy to lose to,
I think throughout this tournament, throughout this competition, I remember watching both semi-finals where they were incredible against Arsenal. They clashed them, they got after them, they were aggressive. And what I like about this Newcastle team is they're almost a bit of a throwback. We've obviously got playing the goalkeeper, and sometimes it can drive you insane. But this Newcastle side, under that man there, are really refreshing. It's really exciting to see, and I'd like to see teams that do play like this get success, because it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it.
So close on so many occasions, and as Jamie said, it's you know, we see Newcastle as a big team, and if you see people as a big team, a lot of people say, well, it's about the trophies that you win that make you a big team, and Newcastle haven't been able to do that. The fan base is unbelievable. And
I think Len's right, this could be a springboard for what happens next, what happens in the summer recruitment. They can attract new players. Can they compete in the Champions League? Can they get in the Champions League this season? And invariably, I think the new ownership, they want to win seasons now. And I think teams in the past, getting that first trophy under the belt is massive.
And one thing they were talking about was Eddie Howe. If he didn't win today, would there be question marks over it? Because you've now got the two finals, you've got into the Champions League.
well, yeah, but this is a massive step. I mean, Eddie Howe and these players and legends, that's it. It's done in some ways. No matter what happens next with Eddie Howe and this team, they will always be remembered. He said before how pleased he was for him. I absolutely love Eddie Howe to bits. I think he's a brilliant coach, he's been on a brilliant journey. And Jamie mentioned about the start of play. Eddie Howe was always hammered when he was a coach at Bull.
And there they go with their second trophy lift of the afternoon. They were waiting for Eddie Howe to join them. The champagne has popped, the streamers are going.